Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lindsay. I am a fashion, beauty, lifestyle creator over on Instagram. I'll put my handle right here. That is also my handle for TikTok, and then I also have a Pinterest account if you're interested in that. I will put the links to everything below so that you can give me a follow. Today we are doing a little get ready with me. No, today we are doing a get to know me, a 20 questions. Y'all remember that game? When you were like dating somebody and you're like, let's play 20 questions. Y'all remember that? Anyway, I was on Instagram and I asked you guys to submit some questions for me to answer on here. And I wrote down 20 of them in my little notebook and we are going to answer them with you guys. I said I was going to be drinking wine while we did this and I had full intention to, but I was going to do it at night, like over the weekend, and we got busy. So instead I'm drinking my Liquid IV Energy to kind of give me a little boost because it is muggy and gross and disgusting outside. I'm tired. I have like ring lights everywhere to try and brighten it up in here. So, and I also have some music playing. What do we have? Right now we have Enrique Iglesias. It's not the vibe. Now we're going to listen to some Missy Elliott. That is the vibe. I have it on like 2000s hits, which is just like what I'm listening to these days. I don't know. I'm just on a kick with that. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into this. Okay, so I don't really have like an order to go in on here. I did number these, but I don't want to go in order. I feel like that's boring. So I'm just going to close my eyes and pick one. First one is going to be, how do you come up with content to post? Girl, I wish I knew. I do not know. On Sundays, I like to just sit there and brain dump everything out on a sheet of paper, and I kind of just like look at it, go over it, and like circle the ones that I think would work best for the week ahead or even the month ahead. I try to schedule as far in advance as I can just because I really hate last minute. I like to have my stuff prepared just because things come up and I don't want to be like struggling to find something to create for you guys when it's not going to turn out good. I feel like if it's just a last minute thing, like I would rather just do it ahead of time. I kind of just create what I would want to see as a viewer, consumer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, next one is going to be, what is your sign? I am a Libra. I don't know like my moon and sun and stars. I don't know what any of that is. I just know I'm a Libra. I'm October 6th, 1992. Where are my 90s babies at? I know I have a lot of 90s people who follow me on Instagram. So if you're a 90s baby, chime in on the comments below. And yeah, I don't really know a whole bunch about astrology. I just like to think it's fun that I'm a Libra, and then I feel like I go really good with like the characteristics of a Libra, but that's pretty much it. Do you have any hobbies outside of this? I like to go like day drinking and shopping and during the summer I like to be outside and just like hanging with friends, but honestly I work, I feel like, all the time. I feel like it's easy to just like have this consume you when it's social media, like it just takes over your life. But there are days when I do try to just like shut it off. I do like to binge a like reality TV show every now and then. Real Housewives, I'm really into that. Vanderpump Rules. I have been recently watching Euphoria. I don't know. I kind of have to like take breaks from Euphoria just because it's really dark and it's a lot to take in at once. But yeah, I would say like my hobby is probably like hanging out with friends, shopping, being outside in the summer, and then other than that, binging trashy TV shows. Target or Amazon? That's hard. I feel like I want to say Amazon just because I think I order from Amazon at least every day or every other day. Like Amazon takes all my money. So as much as like Target, like I really like their furniture. These shelves are from Target, but then like these are from Amazon. Like They both consume me, but I think I'll go with Amazon. Ooh, what do you and Cody fight about most? Cody gets not mad at me. He gets irritated with me because I'm supposed to do laundry. We made this bet like a long time ago, and anyway, the situation ended up being like he does dishes forever and I do laundry forever. Well, I let the laundry back up sometimes, and then he just gets irritated that it's either one, not clean, two, I have to rewash it over and over again because I forget to like move it to the dryer, or three, that I dry it and then I just like throw it on the bedroom floor and then it just gets all wrinkly, and he gets really irritated at that. So that's probably what we fight about the most because I'm lazy and I just don't want to do it. Is being a full-time influencer as fun as you thought it would be when you started? I didn't really know what to expect. All I really wanted was like more free time to do this and like pour my heart and soul into this versus, excuse me, versus being at work for like 8-9 hours a day. And I would text Cody and just be like, I'm wasting my life away just sitting at this desk. I hate it here. There's so much more I could be doing for my business. So I don't think it's more like as fun as I thought it would be. I didn't really expect it to be fun. I just expected to have like more free time, which that's like I feel like I don't have enough time, even more now. Like I feel like there's so much that goes into this, and I completely understand why people hire help, like hire assistants to handle like linking things to Like to Know It, and handling like your expenses and your taxes and your like all the admin stuff and emails, and then like still, and then you just have time to like create. Like I totally get why people hire assistants, because I feel like even at this moment I could really benefit from like an assistant or a management team to handle like the back end of stuff so that I can just have time to create, because there's so much I want to do, but at the end of the day I just don't have enough time. So I don't really have an answer for you. It's not as fun as I thought it would be. It's a lot more work than I thought it would be, for sure. How do you work with brands? So I feel like I've answered this a few times on our little, on the question box on Instagram. But basically, there's a few ways you can work with brands. One, you can find their emails and pitch them. Or you can DM them and ask them if they would like to work together on a collaboration, eventually move that to email. There are a lot of sites that you could go to apply for campaigns, like Aspire, #paid, Activate, Social Native. That's all I can think of right now. Or a brand would reach out to you via email or DM and ask you for a collaboration, and then you just negotiate the terms with all of those scenarios to make sure it's beneficial for both parties. There are situations where brands do reach out, or I'll reach out to them, and we're wanting to work together on a collaboration, but we just can't come to the terms, so it just never happens. So, yeah, it's really just like negotiating. Like when I pitch myself, I'm like, hey, this is what I can do for you. This is a service I can provide for you, and then it may go somewhere. They might not be looking for that at the time, and then sometimes they'll reach out to me and be like, hey, we want to offer you X, Y, and Z for this amount of content, like a scope of work or certain deliverables, and then we'll just negotiate an agreement from there. This is like my jam. Geico for your money. Holla, we want prenup. Okay, how do you turn it off when social media is your job? It is so hard. Like currently it's Monday, the 7th, and I have not got on Instagram at all today. Like I kind of got on a little bit, but I usually post Monday through Friday, but I've been trying, it's like a fuzz. I've been trying really hard to just post when I feel like I can, and not, because I've kind of been dealing with like burnout lately, especially with the algorithm the way it is. Like I feel like I'm pushing and I'm pushing and I'm pushing and I'm putting all this out there, and sometimes it's received and sometimes it's not. So I'm kind of just trying to not burn myself out. So like today I haven't got on Instagram all day. Sundays I completely take off Instagram and all social media. I barely even touch my phone on Sundays. I feel like that's honestly really helped, is to just set certain days to completely turn it off. As far as like when I'm hanging out with friends, I try not to be on my phone a whole lot unless like obviously I try to answer like 99% of my DMs, unless you're just like a creep like sugar daddy. I'm obviously not going to answer you, but if you seem like a normal person, I will respond to you in the DMs, like no matter what, even if it's like, I don't want to say like in the middle of dinner, but like I will make sure to respond to you within a decent amount of time. But I do have to set like boundaries and standards to where I take certain days off a week just for my own mental health. How did you make your website? So I made my website through WordPress and Bluehost. So I did a lot of research on which platforms I wanted to use for my website. And then I did all this back in 2020. Like that was one of the first things I really did, was look into starting a website, because I wanted a platform outside of just social media. Like I wanted something of my own that I actually owned. So I ended up going with Bluehost, which is the hosting service and like the technical side of it. And then I have WordPress through Bluehost. So my website is a WordPress website, and that's where I would like edit everything, and I get my themes and widgets and all of that stuff with WordPress. I do believe I have a blog post on my website of like explaining the step-by-step of how I started it, because that was a really big question when I started. So I'll put the link in the comments or in the description of this to that blog post if you're interested in checking that out. Current favorite beauty item right now. This stuff right here. Let me see if I can show you. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum with 1% pure hyaluronic acid. It's a long name, you guys. I've been using it for maybe like since like November. And I really, really love it. I'm actually wearing it right now. I don't know if you can, but I put it on this morning, probably like 8:30. I do have oily skin, so I do tend to get a little shiny like right here and right here. Pretty much no matter what. It gets so bad during the summer. But for something that's not full coverage, like this is light coverage, but it is buildable, I love it. I can see myself wearing that all summer just because it's so light. It doesn't feel cakey at all. I feel like the coverage is really good. The color match is really good. I'm actually wearing the lightest shade. This is very light, 0.5 to 2, and then it goes from like 3 to 4, and then like 4 to 5, like that. So it has like, it like adapts to your skin color almost. I absolutely love it. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know that, and you probably already bought it because you guys love it too. What would you tell yourself 10 years ago? I would tell myself to invest in Amazon stock. And I don't know anything about investing. That's just something I always say. It's like, if I knew Amazon was going to be Amazon today, like I would totally like go back in time and be like, invest in Amazon or Apple or both. Like just invest in it. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know anything about investments, but that's what I would do. On a more personal level, I would tell myself, like, stop caring about what everyone thinks. Like, I struggled with that, you guys, so much. I would literally adapt to whoever I hung out with and just do what they did and say what they said and dress how they dress, instead of, like, being my truest self. And, like, I would just be so scared to be me when, like, I felt like the older I get, the more I was like, fuck it, basically. Like, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna be happy, and honestly, starting my Instagram, my website was like the first time, literally 2 years ago in 2020, when I finally did something for me. And I was like kind of keeping it from everybody because I was embarrassed and I didn't know what they were going to say. But at the same time, I was like, I have to do something for me. Like, I have to be happy. And it was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Like, obviously now I'm doing it as my full-time job. It's like, you never know what's going to happen. Like, just be yourself. Like, you don't want to wake up one day and you're 85 years old and you're like, I wish I would have done this. So that's what I would tell myself 10 years ago. So what was I? 19? Oh my God. Especially at 19, I would have told myself that. What am I looking forward to most in 2022? Hopefully us getting pregnant and having a successful pregnancy. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to growing my business. Hopefully traveling a lot. If we end up not getting pregnant this year, I hope we get the opportunity to travel as often as we can. What else am I looking forward to? Just like, I hope it's a really good year, honestly. We're not off to the best start. But you know, let go and let God. We're just gonna push through on that one. Okay. What is your favorite quality in Coco? So if you don't know, Coco is my husband, Cody. We call him Coco just because like all of our friends have kids pretty much. I'm pretty sure like us and maybe we're pretty much one of the only people without children, and they call him Coco like all the kids do. So now I call him Coco and now y'all call him Coco apparently, which I love that. So I don't know, like Cody honestly is like one of the best people in the entire world. Like he's just kind and genuine. He's very attentive. I would just say probably like the way he treats me. Like I never have questioned if he loves me or not. And in past relationships, like I would be like, does he still like me? I feel like he doesn't like me anymore because they never told me they liked me. Like I never got that reassurance. But with Cody, like I hear I love you like 47 times a day and I'm like, dude, I love you too. Thank you for telling me that and reassuring me. But he is very attentive and he never makes me question that he loves me or that he's there for me. And he will literally do anything for anybody, whether he knows you or not. Like, I cannot count on my hand. Like, he's just stopped on the side of the road and helped someone, like, change a tire that he's never met in their life. Like, he's just a good person. So, that's why. That's probably my favorite quality. He's just a good person. Any updates on Journey for Baby? Ooh. Getting into it. Hold on. Let me try not to cry for y'all. So we don't really have an update if you're new here. We up on the anniversary of that. So this time last year, Cody and I got pregnant. We found out we were pregnant last year on January 27th, I believe. 27th. And that was after 2 years of trying to get pregnant. We've been trying since 2019 when we got married. Like actively trying. So we got pregnant, and then whenever we went in for our first ultrasound in late February, we found out that the baby did not have a heartbeat and that we were in the middle of a missed miscarriage, which is basically when your body's still producing the hormones. Like on paper, I was still fully pregnant, like still producing the hormones, but via ultrasound, the heartbeat either stopped or never developed. So we had to go through all of that. If you've been on my Instagram for that long, then you're fully aware of that. We talked about it a lot when it was happening. And then we kind of like took a break after that. Like mentally, I was exhausted after everything we had been through. I do have a blog post I just remembered. I will put the link to that in the description as well if you are going through that. I'm always open in my DMs to talk about it. I know how lonely that can be. I'm trying really hard not to cry right now. But I'm always available to talk about it if you want to vent or just talk to somebody else who's gone through it. I'm there for you. But if you want to hear more about that story, I will definitely put the link to that blog post in the description. Anyway, we took a break. Honestly, like, I needed a mental break from, one, the trying to conceive process, and two, just like everything we had just been through. So, and I probably took a longer break than most people do. Like, most people, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to speak for everybody, but everyone's probably like, oh, just jump right back into it. But like, I could not just like jump right back into, what if it happens again? Pause. Anyway, we took a break from trying. But now we are trying again. We are back to the old school tracking with the ovulation tests and all of that. We've been doing that since January, and now it is March. So we said we would do it for like 3 more months of just like the old school tracking. And then if nothing happens, I think this would be the last month, because it's March, so this would be month 3. Then we would make another appointment to see if something has changed since our last appointment. Because honestly, like, I don't even know if I've told you this, like, there's nothing wrong on paper. Like, Cody's tests passed with flying colors. My tests are fine. I did a HSG or the one where they go in and like put the dye through your tubes. That passed with flying colors. So I think the next steps would be, like, they said I had they said I had like follicles, like I have eggs. Nothing on paper so far looks wrong. So maybe we just need more testing, or maybe we just need like more patience. I don't know, but that's where we are. We'll probably go to the doctor soon. Because I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of this. Okay, on to the next one. How do you edit your photos and videos? Okay, so I have so many presets on my Lightroom app that I'll use for a little bit, and then I get tired of them, and then I'll buy some more and I'll use those for a little bit, and then I get tired of them. But recently, my feed has been a lot more like creamy, nudie, lots of like neutrals, earth tones to it. And I really, really like it. I've never been like a super bright, like sharp, contrasting, like filters person. So I'm kind of just like upping the warmth a little bit. So I'd go into Tezza. Excuse me. So if you're not familiar with the Tezza app, let me see if I can show y'all. It looks like this. Let me go back to pictures. Okay. So it looks like this, and you can like edit through their app. So I'll edit, and there's like, I have mine that I'll just copy and paste onto all the other pictures I put in there, and then I'll... Ellie! My dog is barking. Ellie, stop, dude! No one's even here. Okay. Anyway, so I'll go into Tezza, copy the settings for the photos that I like, and I'll just paste it to all the other photos that I just imported, export those, and then I'll put them into Lightroom. And in Lightroom, I have another setting. It's mainly like the sharpness, the grain, the exposure, and all of that I like. You can tweak it a little bit more in Lightroom. So I will put the photos I just took out of Tezza, put them in Lightroom, and then I will copy and paste it onto the photos I just put in from another photo previously. And then they'll go into my phone. So I edit in Tezza and Lightroom to get the filters to get the like preset that I have now. And I kind of just made my own preset in Lightroom that kind of just works with the lighting that I usually try to get. Every now and then I'll have to tweak it a little bit, like if it's a little bit more sunny outside or a little bit more cloudy, but for the most part now I just copy and paste. Tips on becoming a successful planner. I don't know. I don't write everything down. I feel like being a planner is in my blood. I've always been this way, but like I have this little notepad from Amazon. I'm almost out. I need to get more, but you just like rip it off and write the date each week. I use this, have this calendar for weekly. I have my wall calendar there. I have this here, and then I have my Google Sheets editorial calendar. I have all of this and then I still feel like I need more. Like, I like to have it accessible everywhere. I just love planning. I love sitting down and like writing what I'm going to do that day and like giving myself deadlines and goals, and I feel like it's just who I am. So I feel like a tip would be write everything down, have multiple, like have digital and paper planning tools, and then like give yourself deadlines and goals to like actually get it done, and then hold yourself accountable for that, because that's what I do. I'm really hard on myself. I'm like, if I don't meet a goal or a deadline, I'm like, I get mad at myself. How does LTK work for you? So I think this is meaning like as far as like linking and commissions. So not every single brand works with Like to Know It. Obviously, like the smaller boutiques don't work with Like to Know It. Bigger ones do, like Red Dress and like Target, Walmart, all of that. So you go in and you link the specific items, and then you can also link like similar items. You basically just go in like you're going to that website, like Target's website, and you can like, there's a button, you click link, and then it'll pull it up and it'll copy like your specific affiliate link to that. And that's like, if you guys go in and shop my post to buy this cup, and this cup is $20, and the commission percentage for Target, which it's not Target, is 10%, then I would make $2, right, off that sale. If it's $20 and it's 10%, then I would make $2 off of that sale. So it doesn't cost you guys anything else. It's just like Target saying thank you for spreading the word about this cup. Here's your commission. So it's not a whole lot, and not all commissions are 10%. Some are like 2%, some are 5%, some's 10, some are 15 or 12, it's like that. So it's not consistent, and it's not steady, or at least for me, it's not like I'm not getting paid by Like to Know It every single week. They pay bi-weekly, so I'm not getting paid every single time because it takes 90 days for something to close. So say you buy this cup today, I'm not going to see the $2 for this cup until April, May, June, probably like late June, early July. I'll see the $2 for this. So it's not like it's immediate. And then also, while it isn't a whole lot of commission, like while it's only $2, it does add up. And I really, 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 really do appreciate when you guys use any of my links, any of my codes, because that honestly helps my business so much. Like, even though I'm not going to see this for the sell on this for 3 months, like when I do get that payment in, like that helps me run my business. So I'm very, very, very thankful for that. So I just want to let you guys know that you can literally buy from anybody's links you want. But the fact that if you choose to buy from mine, like, I'm so... Okay, so my battery died. I had to take a little break. Anyway, but we are on budgeting tips for blogging. So I would just say, if you're pursuing this, then one, you can just work with the clothes you already have in your closet. I did that for a very long time, and I still do that. Whenever I do purchase new items, I usually tend to go for things that I would consider staples, like good pair of jeans, some good basic tops. I just bought all of that stuff over the weekend, but as you can see, they're all like neutral items, so things that I can wear over and over again that will last me not only through spring and summer, but I can take into fall and winter as well. And then other than that, if you want to have some extra money to spend on new things to share with your community, I would just say take the items out of your closet that you already have, that you no longer love anymore, and then list those on Poshmark, and then you can use the money from the sales that you make to purchase new items. So the next one is going to be, what is your story with Cody? Like, how did y'all meet? Okay. So Cody and I met when we were, I was about to turn 19. It was like a week out from my 19th birthday. I went to a bonfire with some of my friends, and then he ended up showing up there. And I knew him because we went to the same high school together, but I don't think we had ever really like had a conversation before that night. But yeah, he got there and we were just standing around the bonfire. We got to talking. It was like an instant connection. Like, we literally talked about this the other day. I was like, I remember like sitting in your lap, but I didn't like, I don't know why I was so comfortable with you, like so quick. Um, and then he was only in town on like break from school or something. I can't remember why he was in town. Um, but anyway, so we were 19. It was 2011. And then, yeah, he went home. And then I think he came back like that November, like for Thanksgiving break, and we saw each other again. And then every time he pretty much came in town, whenever he was home from school, we saw each other. And then whenever that went on for literally like 3 years, like he dated someone in between, I dated someone in between. And then in 2014, he was home probably for like spring break, and we saw each other like every day. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend at a wedding. So he literally invited himself to be my plus one to this wedding. And then at the wedding, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I was like so taken aback from it because at that time, like TMI, but we were just like friends with benefits basically. I was like, this dude's never gonna date me. Anyway, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and then we have been together ever since. So he asked me in 2014 to be his girlfriend. We got engaged in 2018 at a Christmas party with all of our friends. We were playing White Elephant, and he rigged the game somehow to where whenever I chose my bag, it had like a ring box in it. It was so cute. All of our friends were there. And then we got married in 2019. So we've been together, if you count 2011, about 10 years now. So that is crazy. But we've been dating since 2014. So what is that, like 8 years? Yeah, 8 years. How do you stay motivated when it feels like IG is working against creators? It is very hard to stay motivated right now. And I don't want to like put all the blame on Instagram just because, you know, at the end of the day, like a business is going to go through ebbs and flows, and that's just the way it is. So it's not going to be like amazing engagement every single day, like for the rest of your life. Like the business is going to do this, and I'm at the mercy of Instagram, which was another reason I started a YouTube channel, why I have my TikTok, which I'm not super active on TikTok. But I'm going to try to really take TikTok seriously just because Instagram is being such a headache lately. And why I have my website, because I wanted to have something outside of social media that I own and that people can discover and relate to and find. But I honestly just tell myself, like, Rome wasn't built in a day. Everyone has ups and downs in business. Like, right now just might be a down for myself and others who are frustrated with Instagram. And I just have hope that one day it will go back up. Like, that's all I can do. Honestly, I don't really have a choice at the moment with this being my full-time job now. I just have to, like, stick it out and push through and produce, the best content that I can produce. And that's pretty much it. Was that it? Oh my god, that was all 20 questions. That went by. I mean, I feel like it went by fast. It probably didn't for you guys. I will try to edit this down as much as possible so it's not 1,000 minutes long. I just wanted to say thank you all for watching and being here and being a part of this community. It, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, no one's even going to watch this. Like, why are you wasting your time doing this? But at the same time, like, I know that there are people who do watch it, and you people are my like very, very best friends. I love you so much. I'm going to get emotional. But the people who do support me and who do watch my content and hype me up in the comments and the DMs, like, I just want you to know how incredibly thankful I am for you, because this is my job now and it's scary, and I just can't like express how grateful I am that I have your support and I don't even know you. Like, it means the absolute world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this. I hope you guys liked this video and got to know me a little bit better. Leave a comment if you can relate to anything, or if you have any more questions. I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Like I said, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Pinterest, my website. I think you can follow a website or like a website. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.